The Humane Society of Sedona is located on Shelby Drive in Sedona. Open daily from 10 to 4, they offer adoptable dogs, cats, and rabbits too. This Humane Society will host up to 1,000 animals a year. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Humane Society of Sedona online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
Well, who we have here is Jelly Belly, and as you can see, she loves the camera. She loves to have her picture taken. She's a 3-year-old Shar-Pei mix that came to us on February 11th. She was found by animal control with a shepherd, running around with a shepherd, and the shepherd's owner came in a few days and picked him up, but they said that she didn't belong to them, so she had obviously found herself a boyfriend and was just hanging out. She does get along with some dogs, but some dogs not, so dogs would have to be introduced. Cats would not be a good idea. Shar-Peis are not known to be cat-friendly. She is an easy walk. She really loves to go on her walks, and she loves to play. She plays ball. She loves to play ball. And she would be good in a household with kids as long as it wasn't a really crazy household. And she'd be good with an older couple as well, because she's not very hyper. She's pretty calm. So we're just really hoping that she gets to go to a family that would be loving her and putting their hands on her a lot, because she's really a sweet, sweet girl.
This is Vito. He's a 3-year-old Rottweiler Shepherd mix. He's a very, very sweet boy, playful, and he likes to go on walks. He's easy to walk on the leash. He gets along with other dogs, although with all the dogs here, we do recommend that we have an introduction with another dog. He'd be suitable for pretty much any home and any sort of activity. He came from a very, very loving home, and he was surrendered because the owners had to move, and that was very sad for them and him. But he doesn't seem to have be suffering at all from the loss of his previous family, and he's moved on and he's ready for a new one. Good boy. Yeah. You are a very good boy, aren't you?
So this is one of our newer arrivals. We've named him Ryker. He came in as a stray. We believe he's a Shar-Pei hound mix, looking at his figure and his head. And he is approximately 5 years old, we're guessing. And he is one of the sweetest boys. He is so calm in his kennel. We take him up to the park and he just walks around. He's a very, very easy walk. We had him actually down at our motorcycle event with all the motorcycles, and he was as calm as a cucumber walking around. He's a very, very, very loving boy. He doesn't seem to mind other dogs, so he probably would be fine. They should be introduced, but I think he would be fine with other dogs. And cats are an unknown. We don't know about cats, but he seems to like children as well. And he just really is very, very sweet and mellow, and he would make anybody a great companion. He's not going to be a lot of high energy, and he could just go on walks with you and give you a lot of love. He's probably a big couch potato if he gets into a house, and he'd really appreciate having a really good home, and we'd really love for him to have one. So this is Kovu. Kovu is one of our high energy dogs. He's only about a year old, a little bit over a year, we think. He was a stray, and he is a male Staffordshire Terrier mix. He has a high energy level. He loves to chase balls. We take him up to our park and we fling balls to the back of the park, and he runs and gets them and comes back and drops them at your feet so you can do it again. And you could do it 50 times and he wouldn't be tired. So he's got a lot of energy, a lot of fun to play with. He also loves our kiddie pool. He loves to jump in the kiddie pool and lie down and roll around in it. So he's got a lot of fun energy with him. He'd be best as an only dog because he really doesn't like other dogs too much. So he'd probably be an only child. And he is, he's trying to get away right now. And he would not probably be good with cats. Older kids would be fine, especially those who would like to toss balls for him, because he would love that. And he really has a loving nature. I mean, once he calms down, he likes to give you a lot of kisses. But he's not been in this room before, so he's very curious. He wants to see what's behind everything. So he's checking everything out. But if you really want to, and if you had a fenced-in yard, that would be good too, because he really could use a lot of tossing. He'd not be a dog for a dog park. But he really is a sweet boy. He just needs somebody who wants to give him a lot of attention and play with him all day long, and he'll give you a lot of love back. So we're hoping you come check him out.
Pleasure. He is a 3-year-old Staffordshire Bull Terrier, very handsome. He came from a home that didn't have a good fenced yard, and he does need to run around. He needs some exercise. He's a loving boy. He bonds quickly, and he is very good on the leash, and he's a very good walker, and actually he's pretty calm. He's just not really into other dogs and probably wouldn't be great around cats or small children, but he's a people dog. So if you want a dog that's handsome and you want to take him out walking, he's the dog for you. He's got a very nice nature. Hey, mister. He's very intelligent, I think. He's a good boy.
This is one of our new little fellas that came to us on May 28th. We've named him Rascal. He was a stray that was found running down a road chasing a big car. So we like to kid that he thinks he's a tough guy, but he's got a real squishy interior. He loves to be held. He loves to be played with. He loves his treats. He goes after his treats like crazy. And he's very friendly with other dogs. He's currently in a kennel with 2 other little dogs, and they have a great time playing together. So he would be good with other dogs. Cats would probably need to be introduced. He's a Jack Russell. He's a 2-year-old Jack Russell and a mix, and he has got a lot of high energy. If you know anything about Jack Russells, they are quite the active little guys. And since he's so young, he is very active. He runs around like crazy in the courtyard. So he would be good in a home that had a fenced yard so he could run around as long as you couldn't get out of it. It'd probably have to be a high fence because Jack Russells are known to climb fences. So, and he would need to be protected because of his size from any hawks or anything that could be running around outside. But he really is very loving. I mean, he loves attention and he loves to be petted. And so he would be great in a home that would give him a lot of love and attention and be willing to play with him, because he needs his runaround exercise time. So we're hoping that you come and check him out. He actually could go in a purse. He's so tiny. If you can see the size of him, he's a little guy. So he says, "Look at me," he says, and he's very amenable to having anything done to him. So he's very tolerant. So please come check him out, because he's looking for a lovely home where he wouldn't have to chase cars to get attention.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
Adventure Auto Glass is your locally owned auto glass replacement service with free mobile service to the Quad Cities, Sedona, and the Verde Valley. Adventure Auto Glass owner David Rittershaus is proud to support the Humane Society of Sedona and the Yavapai Humane Society with the Adventures with Animals program. Remember to mention Adventures with Animals when you call Adventure Auto Glass.
Canine Country Club is where your pets go for vacation. Whether they need a place to stay for a few weeks or just camp time at daycare, our staff will make sure every individual animal's needs are met. Need the spa treatment? Grooming at Canine Country Club makes your dog look and feel better, and they can stay the day for free. We'd be honored to take care of your animals. Come in for a guided tour today, 1461 East Cherry in Cottonwood, or call 639-1624, the Canine Country Club, where your pets go for vacation.
Okay, well, this is one of our newest arrivals. He's a 1-year-old male Chihuahua whose name is Radar. He was found as a stray, came to us on May 26th, and we've nicknamed him Mr. Personality because he really is very stunning looking, and he has these cute little floppy ears, and he's the life of the party. He's in a kennel with 2 other dogs who love to play with him. He's the leader of the pack, and they run around the courtyard and have a gay old time. He's also very treat motivated. He knows exactly where the treats are stashed in your pocket, and he's not afraid to go after them because he can help himself. But he's very, very, very loving. He loves to give kisses. He loves to be held. Q, you give the kisses? Okay. He loves to give kisses and be held and be petted. But he also likes to run around. So he needs to have some exercise because he is very young. But he would be content, I'm sure, in the evening to just sit on your lap and just give you lots of love and attention. He would be okay, obviously, with other dogs because we've introduced him to several other dogs and he's been fine with all of them. Cats could be introduced slowly, I think, to him. He's young enough so that he could accept cats. And he would be good with young kids as long as they went slow with him. He's got a very sweet disposition. He doesn't show any aggression whatsoever. He's a very, very sweet, sweet boy. So we're hoping that you'll come and check him out and give him a chance to show you how much love he has to give if you brought him home. So here we have one of our newest arrivals. His name is Plex, and he was a stray that was brought to us only a couple weeks ago. And he is a Staffordshire Terrier, male Staffordshire Terrier mix, mostly black with a little white on him. We think he's only about a little over a year old. He's still got some puppy in him. Very, very affectionate, very sweet dog, loves people, loves to play. He's a very easy walk. We take him for walks, and he loves to go on his walks, loves to run around and play with toys in the courtyard. He would be great in a family that had older children. He'd probably be a great hiking dog too because he does have a lot of energy and would like to hike. Probably shouldn't be around cats because the breed is not known to be a cat-loving breed. But he would just, I think, with some training, would be really, really a great dog to have around the house, and would give a lot of affection and love because he does enjoy being around people. So we're really hoping that you come and take a look at him.
This is Niptse, a 2-year-old male muted tabby. It's kind of grey, And he's got beautifully soft fur. He's only 2 years old, and although he's finished growing, he isn't going to get very, very much larger. I don't think he'll fill out too much. He's just a really, really nice-natured kitty. He's enjoying sitting on my lap. He's enjoying being rubbed. He has great eye contact. He keeps looking at me. He's got beautiful green eyes. And he's just a really, really nice kitty. He'd be suitable for any sort of home. Just one without other cats because he's a male. Most of the males can easily get into fights with other kitties. But other than that, I think he'd make a great pet for any sort of home. This is Moriah. She was brought to us because her owner was moving to a place which didn't allow animals. She came in with her sister Pitta, and they're both around 2.5 years old, possibly siblings, possibly even twins. They look very, very similar. She's a petite little tabby and very, very cute. She's lived with dogs, cats and children, so any sort of home would probably suit her, but she will need time to just adjust because she's a little bit timid at first. But she does like sitting on your lap, so I think as long as somebody gives the time to her, within a month she should start to relax into her new environment, maybe sooner. She can go with her sister or she can be adopted alone. This is Pombe. She's come from an exceptionally good home. Her and her sister were brought to the shelter, and they're well fed and they are just so well socialized. Really, really gentle and mellow disposition. She is 5 years old and she is a tabby, but she does have gold highlights, which makes her very, very pretty indeed. And she was brought to us because they had too many animals. She and her sister Ellie, very, very similar, possibly twins, or certainly from the same litter, and Ellie has already been adopted. But she'd be suitable for any home because she has lived with dogs, cats, and children. So this will make a really superb, she will make a really superb family pet with so much wonderful history from her previous owners. This is Molly. She is a senior kitty. She's black and white, and she's very friendly. She's available at the senior adoption rate of $30. She enjoys laps, and she came in with 2 other kitties who are a similar age, possibly siblings. She's the most confident of the 3, and she would probably suit any household except very young children or loud barking dogs, because she looks like she would like a very quiet life. She's a gentle, quiet girl who just likes to be cuddled.
This is one of our beauties. His name is Kruger. As you can see, he's got this gorgeous gray coat. He's a little nervous being on camera, but when you get him alone, he's a very, very loving cat. He loves to have his ears scratched, and our staff says he actually thinks he's a dog. He doesn't know he's a cat. He would be great in a home as an only cat or maybe with female cats. Male cats probably would not take to him because he's a little bit on the alpha side when it comes to being with male cats. So, but he would love to play. He's very playful and very sweet. He loves people. He loves to dance. As you can see, he dances all around. And he's just a really, really gorgeous, gorgeous boy with lovely yellow eyes and would love to have a loving home that he could go home to.
This is Sheba. She's a 1-year-old short-hair black kitty, very, very silky, and she came to us as a stray. She is a little bit shy at first, but then she warms up. She possibly would get along with children, older children, probably not younger children because she's a little bit shy, and probably not other kitties again because she's a little bit shy. But other than that, she'd make a great, great pet. She's very sweet. She had a little bit of an issue with her fur when she first came to us, but we changed her diet and her fur grew back. So she seems to be absolutely fine. It's a good girl. Yes, you're very alert, aren't you? Very alert. Yes, you are.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Canine Country Club is where your pets go for vacation. Whether they need a place to stay for a few weeks or just camp time at daycare, our staff will make sure every individual animal's needs are met. Need the spa treatment? Grooming at Canine Country Club makes your dog look and feel better, and they can stay the day for free. We'd be honored to take care of your animals. Come in for a guided tour today, 1461 East Cherry in Cottonwood, or call 639-1624. The Canine Country Club, where your pets go for vacation.
This is Dina. She's a tabby with a little grey body. Very, very pretty, very cute. She's 4 months old. She came in with various siblings and she lives in the big kitten room with a lot of other little kitties. She is high energy and she's very, very sweet. She would suit any sort of home with children probably from 6 years old upwards. She has sharp little claws and she is wanting to stay up all night and play. It's good for kittens to have companions, so if you can possibly adopt 2 kitties at the same time, that's great for them. They'll play together and they'll amuse each other. But yeah, 1 or 2 kittens would be great. They're such a lot of fun. And yeah, please come in and see our kitten room and get acquainted with our many, many kittens. We have many right now, and we have a lot more that are going to be coming into the shelter because this is the time of year when we get a lot of kittens, probably in excess of 100. So we're looking for great homes for them. Hey, little one. This is Tillman. He loves to be petted, and he's a very sweet boy. He's only 1 year old, so he's actually quite big. He hasn't long left his kitten stage, so he's probably very playful. He's black, and it's likely that he gets along well with other kitties. He came in as a stray, so we're not exactly sure of his background, but I think he'd be pretty adaptable to any sort of background, any sort of household, simply because he's just so very young. And he's a little bit frightened at first, but he warms up very quickly. He's actually quite relaxed now. And when he does meow, oh boy, he has got a very, very big voice. Aren't you? Yeah. Oh, and he's purring now. He's a very contented little boy, aren't you? Fancy that. Gone from wailing to purring in just a few minutes. This is Tarik. He is a grey and white kitty. He's about 3 years old, we think, and he's a very, very gentle boy, very sweet-natured. And he was found as a stray, and he's now looking for that forever home. Because of his gentle nature, he would probably suit any sort of home. With dogs, you'd have to do introductions carefully. And also don't leave the cats and the dogs unsupervised, cat and dogs unsupervised. But yeah, other than that, he, I think, would suit any sort of home, particularly with children, because he's a little bit older. Or just somebody on their own, maybe like just have him sit in their lap. He seems very, very friendly. He's obviously been well loved. He's come from a good home, I think. He's a good boy. Aren't you? You don't mind sitting on laps at all, do you? No, you really don't. This is Midnight. He's a 3-year-old black male kitty. He came to us as a stray, but because of his size, he's clearly been very, very well fed. He's only been with us a short time. I think he's had very loving owners in the past, whoever they were. And I think he would make a superb family pet, probably with older children, possibly younger. He seems very mellow. He might want to be the only cat because he's a large male, and any introductions to dogs would have to be done very carefully. So these large males don't always like other animals. They can be very good with kids though, and he's going to make a very loving cat for some family.
After the break, we'll visit with the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Redrock Precision Motors is dedicated to quality repair, service, and regular maintenance for all makes and models, foreign and domestic. Voted Best Auto Repair and Best Transmission 4 years in a row. Don't forget, trip checks are always free at Redrock Precision Motors in Sedona. Dog visitors are always welcome.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. VertiVet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verti Veterinary Hospital.
The Adopt for Life Center for Animals is located on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 3. They offer many adoptable dogs and cats. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
Okay, this beautiful guy is Bob. Bob is a loving, playful Staffordshire Terrier mixed dog, full of energy, full of love and big old wet kisses, brown and white. High energy dog though. If you're going to think about taking Bob, you better be a hiker that can take him for walks or have a big yard. He's pretty good on walks actually, until if he sees a squirrel, then that's a whole different story. But as far as just walking, he does real good. Likes to be out there. I would suggest that if you're going to consider him, that he'd be the only pet in a home. And again, lots of activity, lots of energy. You better like wet kisses like this, yeah, because he loves to give those. And all around good dog. It's just that, you know, you're going to need to be high energy to keep up with his high energy. Okay, this beautiful girl is Kiwi. Kiwi is an Akita breed. She's about 2 to 3 years old. She's got this beautiful mixture of kind of a cream color and white. Extremely gentle, very, very good girl. She doesn't put up a fuss with other dogs. I don't know if they were in company with each other, whether or not they'd get along real well or not, but I'd do a meet and greet with her, but I would think it's very possible that she'd get along with others. She's very calm inside of her cage, so I think that that's usually a pretty good sign. If you're thinking about Kiwi, one of the things you're going to need to do is be ready to give her a little bit of extra grooming. She's got very long, very thick hair. She's got a little bit of weepy eyes, so you got to keep the eyes clean for her. That's a very, very simple task. You just get a little Kleenex or a wet cloth or something, just wipe those down in the morning. But overall, she is just absolutely wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful on her walks. She doesn't pull, she just moves right along the trail with you. She's very, very gentle and easy to control. I think she'd do extremely well in a family situation because, again, her disposition is just absolutely calm and gentle and just an overall really, really good girl. Really like this one a lot, and I think she'll go very quickly. So if you're interested, you better get in here and take a look at her. Take her for a walk and see what you think. And I know when you do, you'll be hooked.
This is Jerry. He's a little terrier, tough little dude. He's strong. Got some Chihuahua in him, but I would say that would be his primary heritage. He is a calm guy. He likes other dogs. He's traveling with his friend Ben, and he gets along with other dogs. We haven't tested him with cats or children yet, but it seems like if you have that situation, we could try it out. As you can see from his face, he got his face mixed in with somewhere it shouldn't have been, but he's healed very well, and now he's doing real well. He's a neutered male, about 2 years old, strong little man. And if you want a small to medium size family dog, this is your guy. This is Jerry.
This is Bogey. Bogey's about a 4-year-old pit bull mix. Very, very friendly boy. He's got kind of a gruff look on his face, but underneath all that is just a wonderful, wonderful, friendly boy. He's been with us too long already. He needs to get out of here, and he can probably live in almost any environment. He's pretty easygoing, fairly laid back, not tremendously active. He likes to sniff everything. If you take him for your walks, give yourself plenty of time because he's got to check out every bush. We call it reading the daily news. And I don't know that he would need a fenced-in yard as long as you give him his daily walks. He's pretty happy, pretty easygoing on that point. He'd be wonderful with kids. He just loves everybody. Other pets, you might want to do a little meet and greet kind of a thing to see how he does with them. But for the most part, he's not tremendously aggressive or interested in other dogs. He just kind of does his own thing. He just likes to go through life and just enjoy it, and you give him some attention and he'll give you some attention, and everything works out well. And he just wants to leave you with one message and says, here's looking at you. Take me home. This gorgeous golden thing is called Zilla. Now, he doesn't like his name. He says it makes him sound mean and ornery and all that stuff, and he says, I'm just the opposite. I'm an absolute lover, and so I like to be called Zilla for short. Yeah. Zilla is a 2-year-old golden retriever mix. Zilla's been with us since about December. He was picked up here in Cottonwood running stray. He is a wonderful, wonderful, friendly dog. Very, very excitable. When you first take him out of the cage, your first 30 seconds of walk are going to be an adventure. After that, he calms right down. He doesn't pull at all. And he's just wonderful, with one small exception. Zilla does not like rabbits. And if he sees a rabbit, you better have a good hold on him because he's going to take off. I don't know if a rabbit was mean to him in Easter time or something like that, didn't give him any treats or whatever, but he just doesn't like rabbits. And I would make a guess that other farm animals like chickens and things like that is probably going to be the same way. He gets along with most other dogs. He does have a few that he puts on a scene with, and when he puts on a scene, he's big enough to put on a pretty powerful scene. But other than that, he's pretty good. I mean, I can walk past other cages with him and have other dogs pass his cage, and he's just lays there and kind of looks at them. He likes to give kisses. Yes, see, just like that. Good boy, right on command. Zilla reminds me of some of the dogs down at the dog park. There's a girl that comes down there. It's a friend called Nicole. And Nicole will come in and sit on the ground. She doesn't have dogs. She can't have dogs where she lives, but she loves the animals. So she'll come in there with treats. And the biggest, rowdiest, craziest dogs in the dog park love Nicole. And he's got kind of the same personality. If you give him treats, he's your friend forever. And we'll just let you see some of the attention he'll give you. Zilla, Zilla, hey, Zilla, treat, sit, stay, stay. Good boy. And that's Zilla. Okay, this beautiful little girl is Zen. Zen is a 5-year-old. They say pit bull mix. I don't know. Could be, maybe not. Very, very good girl, though. She is an easy walker. She must smell something on the floor right now. Come here, Zen. let's look up. And Zen is a very calm dog once you get her out of the cage. Now Zen has one bad habit that you need to be aware of, and that is she's a Houdini. She can climb fences. If you have a chain link fence, probably not a good idea to take Zen, because oftentimes they'll go down and get ready to walk her and she'll be clinging to the top of the gate on the fence. She gets her back legs in there and just pushes herself right up to the top. So that's something you need to be cautious of. If you have a fenced yard and it's not a chain link, you're probably going to be all right, as long as there's nothing she can get a foothold on so that she can do her climbing routine. Yeah, you'd like to climb. Again, very good on walks, very easygoing, likes to smell a lot. So, I mean, she takes advantage of every opportunity she can get to stall the walk and make it take as long as absolutely possible. So, but she's been here since October. We need to get her a home. That's going on 6 months or so, so that's way too long for her to be here. So if you think you've got room in your home for this little girl, she'd be a great family pet. She just absolutely loves everybody. Come on by, take a look at her and see if maybe she works out for you. This little guy here is Zach. Zach is a pit bull mix, probably about 2 years old. He's black and white, pretty good guy, kind of active dog, very gentle and good with people, pretty good with other dogs. You'd have to do a match to see what it's like. Zach came to us from Camp Verde. He was out wandering around with another guy named Zen, who we're going to see later. And they've been here since October, so we're pretty anxious to get some attention for them. As you see, he's very easygoing. Look at the camera. And he would really do well in a yard. He's active and he needs to run. He's okay on walks, but he tends to pull a little bit at first. He seems like he's got a destination he wants to get to, and he wants to get there fast. But he's really good other than that. There's no problems with him whatsoever. Nothing special, nothing bad, just an all-around good dog looking for a home. Been here way too long. So if you think you got room in your house for this wonderful little guy, come by and take a look at him. Okay, this beautiful guy is Sunny. Sunny is about a 5-year-old Rottweiler mix of some sort. I'm guessing maybe hound, because he's got a little bit of flap in his jowls there, but mostly just Rottweiler, but just a loving, peaceful guy. He's so easy to get along with, pretty calm, yet he's got some zest to him. Occasionally he'll let you know that this is his territory and you're not invited, but that's just his way of taking care of business. And once you get up there and he sees you okay, then hey, he's just fine as can be. Just a lover. Big guy, you're going to need to have someone that can control a big animal. Gets along pretty well with everybody. I think he even gets along with cats, so that might be an interesting combination. But as you can see, he's just one big hunk of easygoing, let the world come to me kind of a guy. He's excellent on walks, doesn't pull at all, takes care of his business, likes to smell around a little bit, but they all do. I think that's just kind of the nature of the animals. But this guy would just make a wonderful family pet. Doesn't seem to require a whole lot of exercise, so if you had a yard, that would be nice, but I think he could get by in just daily walks and things like that. Just a really easygoing guy. He just really loves everybody. Good day. He puts his head on your knees. Yeah, he's just a good boy. So I would suggest you get here really quick if you want this guy, because he's not going to last long. He's about 5 years old, so You know, he's seasoned. What you see is what you get. He's not going to grow anymore. His behavior is not going to change, and his behavior is just wonderful.
This is Ben. He's a beautiful little Chihuahua, 2-year-old neutered male. As you can see, he has a heart-shaped face, not a nervous dog, very calm for a Chihuahua. He's going to be an excellent little guard dog for you. Ben needs some patience. He is a little bit hyper when he meets new people, so unfortunately he doesn't show very well. But as you can see, once he gets to know you, he's an adorable little lap dog. He's just a lover. He can't wait to get on your lap. He's a 2-year-old neutered male. He's ready to go. He's had all his shots. He's got a huge smile and beautiful eyes. He will benefit from a little bit of positive reinforcement just so he can get to know other people and strangers, that kind of thing. But once he gets to know everyone, he's going to be just fine. He's a lovely, lovely lap dog.
All right.
This is Sparky. He's a Jack Russell Terrier mix. Beautiful, beautiful little dog. He's a 2-year-old neutered male, had all his shots. He's ready to go home. He'd love for someone to come and see him. He's an energetic guy. We could have called him bouncy because that's what he does, waiting for someone to come and take him for a walk. He loves his walks. He loves sniffing and exploring. He was picked up by animal control with his friend, who has since been adopted, so he's kind of lonely. It'd be very nice if someone would come and get him. He gets along very well with other dogs. We don't know about children or cats, we just haven't tested him, so if that's your situation, feel free to come and meet him in our meet and greet areas. Once again, he's got beautiful markings. He's a brindle dog, which is unusual in this size of dog, so you would have not only a tough little dude but also somebody who's beautifully marked. So again, this is Sparky, a young Jack Russell mix, and he'd love to meet you.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Adventure Auto Glass is your locally owned auto glass replacement service with free mobile service to the Quad Cities, Sedona, and the Verde Valley. Adventure Auto Glass owner David Rittershaus is proud to support the Humane Society of Sedona and the Yavapai Humane Society with the Adventures with Animals program. Remember to mention Adventures with Animals when you call Adventure Auto Glass.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
This is Adam, 10-month-old, male, neutered, Tabby. He was born here at the shelter. His two brothers have since been adopted. One actually by one of my sons. He inherited the same gene they have as far as friendliness and inquisitiveness. He gets along well with other cats and children. He would love to go explore right now. This, once again, is Adam, 10-month-old, male, neutered tabby, and he would be a great addition to any home. Yes. This is Vanilla, a 2-year-old dilute female spayed tabby. She likes other cats. She would do fine with children. She can be quite playful, and then other times she's happy, content to sit and let you groom her. She is always curious, of course. Yes. And again, this is Vanilla, a female spayed 2-year-old dilute tabby. Okay, this is Victoria, a 2.5-year-old tortie, female, spayed. She's a mature lady. She would like a quiet home. She would do okay with another cat. Probably not so much dogs. She prefers quiet. She would make a great lap cat. And again, Victoria, a 2.5-year-old female spayed tortie. This is Christopher. He's a 2-year-old neutered male tabby. He's very friendly. He can be quite vocal when he chooses to. He would love to have a large home to roam around in because he spends quite a bit of his time roaming around our cat room on his own. He came to us as an abandoned cat, and he's been living here ever since, waiting for his perfect home. Again, this is Christopher, a neutered male tabby. This is Maya. She's a domestic short-haired gray, about 2 years old. She was a young mom. Her and 3 kittens were abandoned in front of the shelter. She raised those, and now it's her turn. Yes, and you can't imagine why anyone would have ever abandoned you. She can be very playful. She can also growl if you rub her ears the wrong way. She'd make a great addition as an only cat to anybody's home. This is Kumba, a domestic male neutered short hair. He was surrendered here at the shelter in a box. Some people say he might be a bit overweight. He says, "There's just more of me to love." He's very friendly, very curious. He's a very laid-back guy. He would get along fine with other cats, and he would make a fine addition to any home. Again, Kumba, male, neutered, domestic, short hair, about 2 years old, very, very friendly guy, looking for his forever home.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Redrock Precision Motors is dedicated to quality repair, service, and regular maintenance for all makes and models, foreign and domestic. Voted Best Auto Repair and Best Transmission 4 years in a row. Don't forget, trip checks are always free at Redrock Precision Motors in Sedona. Dog visitors are always welcome.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
This is Daisy, a 1-year-old domestic spayed, short hair. She was a public surrender. Somebody had her in their backyard and they didn't have room for her in their home. Maybe you would. She's very playful, very friendly, obviously quite curious. She loves to play. She likes to play with other cats, and she would be a fine addition to any home. Again, it's Daisy, a domestic female spayed, short hair, about 1 year old. She was a public surrender here at the shelter, and she would make a great addition to any home. This is Peanut. She's about a 2.5-year-old spayed female, a mature lady. She's actually one of our longest term residents here at the shelter, although I can't imagine why, with these beautiful big ears. She's a black short hair. She would prefer to be an only cat, but she would make a lovely addition to anybody's household. She would be a lap cat. She is very friendly. And again, this is Peanut, 2-year-old spayed female, one of our longest term residents who's looking for her forever home.
All animals leaving the Adopt for Life Center for Animals are given rabies vaccinations that are spayed or neutered. If the animal's not old enough, vouchers will be given to the adopted family. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood to visit with any of the animals seen on this program. More pets are waiting for new homes at the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.